Hi guys, and welcome to King's Quest 3 to Heir Is Human. I am playing the AGDI remake of this one, and I believe this is the last King's Quest remake that AGDI did. It's kind of in between their King's Quest 1 and King's Quest 2 remakes. It doesn't have as many changes as King's Quest 2 does, but it has more than King's Quest 1 did. Plus, just like they did, it has the better graphics, the voice acting, better music, things like that. If you ever played the original King's Quest 3, it had the worst copyright protection. There's parts in this game where you're going to have to be casting spells. So what they made you do was you had to type these lengthy spells from the actual manual, and they had to match exactly, and if they didn't, you would die. So it was basically just really elaborate copyright protection that everybody hated. So AGDI got rid of that and changed it to a different way, for which I'm eternally grateful because it was horrible having to type all that stuff out. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the curse from the end of King's Quest 2. Poor baby Alexander. I actually like this music. It's like the perfect amount of sad and haunting and kind of creepy. It's nice.
Gwydion. Gwydion.
Hello. If you want me to come see you, could get rid of the web. Not a fan of spiders.
Gwydion, what are you doing, boy?
I was just looking.
How dare you take leave of your duties? Resume your chores immediately.
Yes, Manannan. Master.
Had your parents survived your wretched infancy, the sight of your sloth alone would have killed them.
They would not have been proud of me.
No, but fate has favored you. Few orphaned youths can know such fortune. You are lucky to be here to serve me.
I am very lucky.
Indeed. Now get to work.
I don't know about you, but I don't feel too lucky.
Such is the story of young Gwydion's life to this point. What's a poor boy to do? Oh well, in resignation, Gwydion obediently follows Manannan into the house.
Okay, so now we're waiting for Manannan to show up and give us a chore.
The old wizard looks at you menacingly.
The chickens need to be fed. See to it at once.
Okay. So he'll give you one of 4 chores: feed the chickens, dust his office, clean the kitchen, or empty the chamber pot. You only have a couple of minutes to do it before you'll get punished, so you want to make sure you do it as quickly as possible. Okay, so now we're going to go back inside and fed the chickens. As you can see at the top, there's a timer that's going on, but it really only matters when Manannan is out on a journey or taking a nap. So for now, it doesn't bother us. Grab this little cup here.
The perfect servant, aren't you?
That's me. Go in the kitchen. We're gonna take all this food right here.
You take the fruit and carry it with you. You take the loaf of bread and carry it with you. You take the mutton chop and carry it with you.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the spoon and the knife.
You take the wooden spoon from the iron rack and keep it with you. You take the carving knife from the iron rack and keep it with you.
And this blue bowl.
You retrieve the clay bowl from the kitchen shelf and take it with you.
We're gonna head upstairs. Eventually, we're gonna need to get cat hair from the cat, but we can't get it now because it's a spell ingredient, and Manannan will kill us if we have a spell ingredient. So we can talk to this
He's
portrait.
probably politer than the real thing.
Don't count on it.
Okay. Let's go upstairs. look at this tapestry for a little King's Quest 4 Easter egg.
You lift the bottom of the tapestry and peer behind it. The wall is filled with cracks. You can see why Manannan would hang such a tapestry here. There are also dozens of charcoal drawings, diagrams, maps, and notes to programmers with the legend of King's Quest IV. But you're uninterested in this, since you presently have your hands full with King's Quest III. You lower the tapestry and smooth out the wrinkles.
Okay, so we're gonna head up here to the tower. That's Manannan's bedroom. You don't really want to go in there unless you're told while he's around. Same with the office downstairs. Cat's gonna kill this fly. So we need to take its little carcass here.
The wizard
Hello.
gives you an evil glare.
So yeah, he'll just show up to check on you, so you don't really want to do anything you're not supposed to while he's around.
You pick up the dead fly and drop it into your hand. Disgustedly, you look at it.
How appetizing. Ugh. Okay, so all these things in your inventory are safe to have while Manannan's around. Anything that's like a spell ingredient that we'll be picking up isn't, and that stuff will have like a blue line around it. The fly, if we tear off its wings, will end up having a blue light around the wings. So we don't want to do that until he leaves. But anything that you usually have that you're not supposed to, you are going to want to hide under your bed. For now, we're going to go over here to our room. So if you click on the bed, it gives you the option to hide items, to retrieve items, or to sleep. And if you're trying to get like the time to pass more quickly where he's going to leave or come back or something like that, you just take a nap. Okay, so now he should tell us he's going to go on a journey.
The wizard's glare makes you suddenly feel very, very small.
I have decided to take a journey.
Bye. Okay, so now we need to go in his bedroom here. Open this drawer. Grab the
You
hand
take
mirror.
the wizard's hand mirror.
Make sure you close the drawer after yourself. Same over here. I'm gonna take the rose
You've
essence.
never wanted to smell like a rose, but
That, close this. Open the wardrobe. Look behind the hat.
you search behind the clothes hanging in the wizard's closet. You're startled to discover an ancient parchment scroll. Its ink has faded, but it seems to be a map. Taking this treasure, you leave everything else exactly as it was.
The teleportation map, which will be helpful. So search the black
You search
cloak.
the pockets of the black cloak. Suddenly you discover a small brass key. What could it unlock?
Okay, so get out of here, close this. So as you can see, there is a green timer going. That means that we're safe to do what we want because Manannan's not around. When he's coming back, it'll turn yellow, and when he's almost there, it'll turn red. Once it's red, you really only have like 2 minutes to hide your stuff and make sure you're not doing anything you're not supposed to. We'll get the cat hair later. Don't want to waste time. For now, we're going to get a chicken feather. So we're going to feed the chickens. Open this gate. Pick up a chicken.
Where would you put it? You pick up the chicken.
Use your hand on the
You
chicken.
gently pluck a feather from the chicken and gently set it back on the ground.
Okay. Open the gate. Now we're going to head down. Okay, so you can use the mutton on the eagle to get a feather from it, or you can use a dead fish you'll get in town. I'm going to wait and use the dead fish just in case we need the mutton to feed Manannan, because he'll come every time he comes back from a journey or from a nap or whatever, he'll want food. So we want to make sure we have plenty of food. Be careful because you can fall to your doom. And there are bandits that you need to watch out for. They can show up right here. If they do show up, you'll get a warning and then you need to run away. So, let's see here. Okay, this is a Three Bears house. Mama Bear's not in the garden, so that's good. We're gonna knock and see if anyone's home.
Scram!
Sorry. Just gotta go over here. We'll have to go back because we need to get in their house. While we're here, we're gonna grab some sand.
You scoop up a small handful of sand.
Go back and try the bear's house again. Hey.
Hurry along there, Mildred.
Yes, George.
Mother, my button's not done up!
Button? Haven't you taught him anything, Mildred?
It's a bit difficult for him, George.
Fortunately, whenever you have a cutscene, it kind of stops the clock. Okay, so we're gonna take this middle bowl because it's just right.
So you take it with you.
Any of the other ones would be too hot or too cold, just like with Goldilocks. Open this.
You closely examine the contents of the drawer.
We're going to take this
You
thimble.
pick up the thimble.
And we're going to close this. Always get a good habit of closing everything you open. Leave.
What a beautiful garden, you think. The residents must take great care of it. Dew has formed on the petals from the night before.
Okay, so we're going to get some dew in the thimble.
Holding the silver thimble beneath a dew-filled flower, you gently tip the flower so its dew runs into the thimble. You move from flower to flower, repeating the process until your thimble is brimming with dew.
Okay, we're also going to get some soil.
You take a handful of fertile soil from the garden.
And now we're going to go get some acorns. You may have to try a couple of times.
These two are
Oh,
certainly unsavory rogues. They look like they'd rob you blind.
Hopefully they're gone. All right. So you try and get an acorn.
You pick and poke among the fallen acorns looking for dried ones. You eventually find 3 dried acorns and take them with you.
Okay. So now we're going to head to the town. Go grab this fish. That's what we can use on the eagle. We're going to go in the store.
Good day to you, young man. What can I do for you?
We'll be buying some stuff from him later,
A
but for now,
content, hairy dog sits on the floor of the store. Its name tag reads, Hank.
we're going to use pet the
You
dog
pat
here.
the hairy dog and are rewarded with a handful of malted hair.
Awesome. Okay, now we're going to go down here and grab some mistletoe from this tree.
You search among the hanging mistletoe until you find a sprig that has dried. You break it off and carry it with you.
We're gonna kind of head back this way to go in the library. So if you look at the window,
The window doesn't appear to be fully closed.
I climb up here, and you can use either your spoon or your knife to wedge open the window.
You slide the knife's thin blade through the gap and easily flip the latch.
Climb in. And then we're gonna grab this. And we're gonna read this book because it's got some interesting information. Day 1. Today I stepped off Manannan's mountain for the first time, though he would kill me without hesitation if he knew. My only regret is that I waited so long. What I have learned this day alone: the townspeople are not the wretched creatures I've been led to believe. Only the outcast ruffians are to be avoided. They all fear my master and have spent their lives in the coldness of his shadow. This book, which I happened upon by a stream, shall be a record of my discoveries. They may prove vital, for as I approach my 18th year, I feel an ever-growing dread. My wizard has ill plans for me. Day 3. It seems that my fears were warranted. Manannan keeps a near constant eye on me nowadays. I feel like a field mouse, but under an owl's gaze. But for all my master's vigilance, I have managed to collect things: corks, forks, oddly shaped stones, anything I dare call my own. My quarters are their keep, and will remain so while I live under this roof. In the meantime, I look forward to my next excursion. I promised that barmaid I would pay another visit. Day 4, 2 hours. That's how long the wizard had me hanging from the kitchen rafters, and only because I missed the smallest spot in my sweeping. That stupid cat. It waited till I'd finished before tramping ash from the fireplace. I have to get away, if only to save myself from further headaches and humiliation. And the cat is actually pretty mean. It'll try and trip you to make you fall down the stairs and die. It's just an unpleasant kitty, unfortunately. Day 6. My brief outings are risky but no less regular. Each day rewards me with greater insight. Today's was the most fascinating. I have seen my first ship. For too long I stood on the pier in awe of its massive masts and mainsail. The sailors directed me to the tavern where I made their captain's acquaintance. The old salt keenly related his tales of treasure and pirates, and when asked if I might join his crew, he proceeded to test my nautical knowledge. My answers must not have impressed him, for he said that I was too old to be a cabin boy. I left disappointed, yet hopeful that I may meet a seafarer willing to enlist a novice. Day 8. A week remains before I come of age. I shall expect no better treatment from Manannan then, nor do I dare hope that freedom will accompany my adulthood. If I am to enjoy a semblance of this life, then I know what I must do. I've spent the last 2 days in town cleaning practically everything I could find, so as to earn enough to pay my way aboard that vessel. This is my only chance. Manannan does not often take such long journeys, and it is my every intention to be gone by the time he returns. Day 11. I rose early this morning and packed my few belongings. I'd barely slept. It was a dangerous descent in the pre-dawn haze, but by the time I reached the base of the mountain, I was smiling more broadly than I'd thought possible. This lasted about 30 paces, after which I don't remember anything for some time. The lump in my head, along with my missing possessions, suggests I was attacked by that band of lawless mongrels. It was well past noon when I staggered onto the pier. The ruffians must have dealt me a fair blow, because it took me several minutes to realize that I no longer had any money, and several more to notice that the ship had sailed. Manannan returned late in the evening, demanding supper. It is fortunate that he pays little attention to my appearance. With a pear-sized bulge up top and eyes redder than embers, I must have looked a sight. Day 12. What is it they say about clouds and lightnings? I don't know, but I found something today which lifted my spirits. While dusting Manannan's study, I noticed that a few of the books were attached to the shelves and made a curious sound when moved. After fiddling with them for a time, I was surprised to see a trapdoor open in the floor. How I'd managed to miss that all these years, I'll never know. Fortunately, the noise had woken Manannan, and I had no choice but to leave this secret unexplored. For now. And these are basically the codes to the levers that we will use to get down into Manannan's secret basement. 13. I waited for Mananan to resume his usual spying on the townsfolk before returning to the study. Descending through the trapdoor, I found myself in my master's workroom, his den of dark design. Certain the spells could assist me once the necessary ingredients were found, I headed for the staircase. On the floor lay a scrap of paper. I picked it up and beheld my doom. Written over and over down one side was a list of names, my name, each dated 18 years apart. I have little time. It's nearing dawn. I've no more need of sleep. Despite a day and night spent scouring Ludor, one vital ingredient has eluded me, the mandrake root. If it exists, then it is not my destiny to find it, nor to escape. The key to my freedom I will hide in a remote part of Ludor. Today is this Gwydion's 18th birthday. I can only hope the next will have a better one, for that is all I feel as I go to see my master one final
The
time.
rest of the pages are blank.
Okay, so we want to leave this open so that we can quickly reference it when we get back so that we can open everything. Okay, so now we're going to get out of here. Right down. Okay, so we need to scoop some mud from the riverbank.
You can't. You kneel and scoop some of the mud onto the wooden spoon.
Okay, we need to go this way. We're going to fill our cup with seawater.
You scoop up a cupful of ocean water.
So now we're going to use our magic map and
You
start
pull out
heading
your
back.
magic map.
So this is the bear's house, the town, the forest, and then Mananan's home. Another couple of things will show up as we progress. But this doesn't take you all the way home. You still got to traverse that part of the mountain path, so just keep that in mind.
You feel a strange pulling sensation.
And now I'm going to use that dead fish that we picked up. The bird to get an eagle feather. He left us a nice feather, so we're going to go pick that up. We're going to very carefully walk over this way and head back up the mountain so we don't fall to our doom. Side. Okay, so we're gonna head back here. Still got some time. So we're still green. So use the key in here.
You unlock the oak cabinet using the brass key.
And we're gonna grab the wand.
Inside, you find the wizard's magic wand. You take it with you, knowing it could mean death if he finds it missing.
We're gonna go ahead and close that.
The cabinet door locks as you shut it.
Okay, so these blue books are where the levers are hidden. Go take a quick peek just to remember what everything was. Okay, so. Okay. So it's going to be a dash. Yes. This. Dash. This. There we go. Okay, so this is to Mananan's secret lair. Of course, be careful, because you can fall. And if you see the kitty, you're basically going to run the other way, because he will literally try and push you off the stairs to make you fall and die. Because he's a very mean kitty. Okay, so we need to take some things here. Take this here.
You pick up the bottle labeled Toad Spittle and take it with you.
Take this.
You pick up the bottle labeled Toadstool Powder and take it with you.
Yes.
You pick up the bottle labeled Saffron and take it with you.
This.
You pick up the empty flask and take it with you.
The purple bottle here.
You pick up the bottle labeled Nightshade Juice and take it with you.
Okay, and then this oddly shaped bottle.
You pick up the bottle labeled Ground Fish Scales and take it with you. Atop the oak table are a large leather-bound book, a mortar and pestle, a little brazier holding charcoal, a flint, measuring cups, beakers, flasks, and stirrers.
Lovely. Okay, I forgot we also need to rip the wings off the fly.
Picking
so.
off its wings, you throw the rest away.
Lovely. So make sure you use the book.
You take a closer look at the wizard's work table.
Okay, let's
Covered
click on
with
the
gold
book.
trimmings, the old book's leather cover is cracked and worn, its pages yellowed and brittle. The title, however, is clear: The Sorcery of Old. You eagerly thumb through page after page of what you assume to be magic formulas. The ink of the old handwriting is faint and barely readable. Most of the formulas are indecipherable, but a few are in a language you know. You treat the old book with great care, as you can tell it contains recipes for some very old and powerful magic spells. Your hands shake as you realize this book could be the key to your escape from the evil Manannan.
All right. So we're doing this fly like an eagle spell. So we basically need to take the saffron, which is this orange one, and put it up in the rose essence we got.
You add a pinch of saffron to the vial marked Rose Petal Essence.
Okay. Just click done. Go down here and recite the spell.
With trepidation, you prepare to recite the Flying Like an Eagle or a Fly incantation.
Spirits of air, cloud and breeze, lend me your wings that I may seize the opportunity to fly. Allow me passage through the sky.
And then we go up and we take the wand and wave it over
You
this.
wave the magic wand over the vial of Rose Petal Essence.
Okay, so we don't have time to do another spell, so that's one we'll have to do later. So we're just, see, he can fall off here and be fine, but if he falls from the next screen, he'll die. So keep an eye out for the cat. You see the cat, you gotta run the other way. Okay, so pull that so it'll close the trap
You
door.
quickly pull the levers in the correct sequence.
Then get the key, unlock this again. Move, cat.
You unlock the oak cabinet using the brass key.
And then we're gonna put the wand back.
You carefully replace the magic wand exactly as you found it.
We're gonna close this.
The cabinet door locks as you shut it.
And since the cat is in here, I'm gonna try and grab the little
You are
bastard.
not close enough.
Come here. Kitty.
Nimbly, you grab the nasty cat by the scruff of its neck, avoiding its needle-sharp claws. And now that you have it, what are you going to do with it?
Just use your hand on it.
You manage to pluck some fur before he viciously scratches and leaps from your arms. With grim satisfaction, you survey your wounds.
Stupid cat. Whether you know it or not, you just helped me.
Okay, so now we need to run upstairs and hide all of our bright blue outlined items so that we don't get killed. So just go over here. Use your hand on the bed. Say hide. So anything with the bright
You
blue
drop to your
line.
hands and knees and hide the item under your bed.
Okay. Oops. The porridge can go. It's fine. See, and that too. And the spoon. So everything else is currently fine that we can keep. Okay. So he's about to show back up, so we'll just go ahead and like sleep. Now we can go back out.
You see an evil sneer come across the wizard's face.
I am hungry. Prepare me a meal at once.
Yay! You don't have a lot of time, so literally just run down to the dining room and you're gonna give him either the mutton, the bread, or the fruit. Not the porridge. We'll need that later. But I hid it anyway, so.
Manannan is impatiently waiting for his food. His stomach rumbles as he drums his gnarled fingers on the table. You'd better feed him quickly, or dire consequences may result.
Okay. So I'm just gonna give him the fruit. I'm gonna actually talk to him too to get a little insight.
Master?
What is it? Speak quickly, boy.
What are the people of Ludor like?
The wizard gives you a cautionary glance.
Why? Intending to make their acquaintance, are you?
No, I'm just curious. From what you have said in the past, they don't sound very appreciative of you.
Selfish, pathetic creatures requiring constant vigilance. They should have some respect for an old man. It tires me keeping track of their movements, never knowing when one might put a foot out of line.
You have the strangest notion that Manannan's last comment was not an expression.
They sound wretched.
Much like yourself, but they are punished for their disobedience as surely as you are.
Okay. So now we can just go back to our room and go to sleep again so that I think he'll take a nap probably this time. Up the stairs. There we go. Save. Let's take a nap.
Your heart skips as the wizard gives you an evil look.
I am going to lie down for a rest. Do not disturb me.
Yay! So come back in here. Use the bed to get all your stuff back. Fortunately, there's a take all
Dropping
button.
to your hands and knees, you reach under the bed and retrieve all of your possessions.
Okay. So now we're going to head outside. We're going to use the map so that we can travel back to the area outside. Okay. So, use the
You
map.
pull out your magic map.
This time we're going to travel to the forest.
You feel a strange pulling sensation.
We're going to head this way. We need to get some more salt water. So we're going to use the flask this time, the empty flask.
It's just an empty container. You could put something inside it.
I was planning on it.
You fill the flask with ocean water.
Okay. So Now we're going to transform ourselves into an eagle. So we take the eagle and we put it in the potion we made. Now we are a bird, and we're going to come over here and dispose of this spider and its web. I approve. I am not a fan of spiders. Okay, so we're gonna go in the cave. We're gonna grab this mandrake root here. And then that person we saw when we looked out the telescope is going to come talk to us. Hello.
She has not asked you to.
Okay.
Welcome, young one.
I saw you through the telescope, but it was a dream.
Neither dreaming nor awake. It was I you saw.
Who are you?
You may think of me as an oracle. Beyond that lies knowledge I cannot impart. A better question for you to ask is, who am I?
I do not understand.
Do you know your identity? Your ancestry? Your heritage?
My name is Gwydion, a servant to the wizard Manannan, and I have lived in Ludor all my life. As for my parents, I have never known them. Manannan told me that they died when I was very young.
Yes. Too young to remember, too small to resist.
I don't understand.
A lie lurks in shadow and gives way to the luminance of truth. The time has come for your enlightenment.
Hello? Where am I?
These are but visions of life long faded. Observe what you may, but the time of influence has passed.
Fortunately, the timer is frozen during all of this.
The nursery is sparsely furnished, allowing for ample crawling space.
A child's toy, its use cut short, stirs no memory.
What else would a little princeling play with?
This is our sister's
You
cradle.
spy a small form breathing lightly in the cradle. She's beautiful. The
Who's us?
child of the cradle stirs, as if the air has become too cold for him. You wonder if you could stand a closer look.
Manannan.
I thank the Father for this timely gift.
No! I was that boy. Manannan abducted me. Everything he told me was a lie. I need to know more. Tell me.
Then speak, my child. Ask.
So we can quiz her, ask about our
My name? Do I have a name? Other than the one Manannan gave me, I mean?
Your name is Alexander. Prince Alexander. You are heir to your father's throne.
My father is a king?
Yes, a very good and noble one. It may come to pass that you shall meet him.
So let's ask about our origin.
Where do I come from?
You hail from the kingdom of Daventry. Once, it was a place of great beauty. Oldest is the magic that lies deep within that realm, and the earliest histories are connected to it. An important part it is to play in great events to come, but this should not concern you. The land has suffered much in recent times, and must be healed.
Let's ask about Daventry's plight.
Why must the land be healed?
Great misfortunes have plagued Daventry since the arrival of the three-headed dragon. Each year it demands a sacrifice, in exchange for sparing the land from its fiery wrath. At first, the king refused, and now, years later, the land burns still from the dragon's flame.
How may it be healed?
The power to do so can be found in a place once linked to the greater land. You will come to it in time, where your value shall be measured by the way you measure value.
Come again?
You will know when it is time to know.
Ah, yes. Gotta love the nice cryptic oracles.
Why does the king do nothing?
There was a time when the king would have risked all to save another. Now, he has barely the spark of life within him. The years have been hard for the royal family. Grief has taken its toll, and the king has borne the brunt of the anguish. Now, with the dragon holding the kingdom's future in its fiery jaws, he has not the spirit to fight the evil. The curse endures still.
Curse?
It is beyond what is yours to reckon with. Concern yourself not with it.
We'll ask about our family.
Who are my family?
You are the son of Graham and Valanice, and the twin brother of Rosella, who is even now in great peril.
Let's ask about our sister.
A sister. In peril, did you say?
The dragon came and took nest upon the highest summit. From there, it receives its dues. Lately, its price is the highest yet.
Rosella.
Yes, she is to be the next sacrifice.
Oh, and she's vanishing. I had more questions.
Go now, Prince Alexander. Deal with your enslaver, and venture forth to aid your family at a time they need you most.
Thank you, Oracle.
And there goes the timer again, of course. And we'll go over here. Need to get a piece of cactus, so I'm gonna use it on this one here. Nope, it's this one. Sorry. Now we're gonna go this way. We gotta get a snake skin because, yeah, spell ingredient.
You retrieve the dried snake skin from the hot desert sand. It's delicate and could easily crumble.
Now we're gonna go deal with a lovely Medusa-like character. Go ahead and save, just in case this goes horribly wrong.
Your eyes adjust to the dark as you struggle to breathe the putrid air.
What is this place?
There she is.
Who comes to my den?
Just a man.
Man? I have known many called man. All wretched, all deceitful. Now, all stone.
Oh my.
as a man, you are not capable of honesty, of truth.
Now that's
I
not
am.
true.
As a man, you exist only to break a woman's heart. Shallowness and fear are your bane. Come closer, and I will destroy you.
I can't really blame her. Medusa really got screwed over by Poseidon, so... Bye.
If you would look upon me, foolish boy, then reveal your true self.
How?
Hear me in earnest, and respond in kind. A blind man asks you to describe the sunset.
Okay. It's gonna be describe the rays, clouds, and colors precisely, detailing direction and movement.
A poor girl offers to sell you a rotten apple from her basket.
Gonna give her money to buy better apples.
A harem slave asks for help. Her master will beat her once he learns of her escape. She offers her services.
Just gonna help her leave, no charge.
An old man who reeks of the world's worst stenches asks for shelter.
We're gonna invite him in.
After many years of correspondence with the lady, you propose. Upon meeting her in person, she is far less attractive than she described.
You wanna go with remember how her words move you and allow those feelings to return.
You are not repelled by me. You are not transformed.
I'm pure of heart and all that.
The enchantment is broken. Forgive me. I have been too hasty in appraising you. It would seem that I possess something of the hard-heartedness I accused you of having.
Considering my predecessors, I think your opinion was understandable.
How can I thank you?
The woman's true form is one of beauty in every sense.
What we want is this colored stone up here. So we'll just kind of go up here, take it.
If it would please you, I would have this unique stone.
It would, though I am loath to ask. I would have you first do a favor for me.
Certainly.
I have all but forgotten my own appearance, and I should dare not enter the town again until I am made more gentle to the eye.
Assuredly, you would make not even the most dazzling sunrise more attractive to the senses.
I thank thee for the compliment. However, I still desire a means to appraise myself. I have none, for once transformed into a gorgon, all were destroyed in my terrible rage. Bring me a looking glass, and I will gladly grant you the stone.
I will do as you ask, my lady.
We have a looking glass.
Keeping your hands to your...
Yeah, no kidding. We took it from Manannan's bedroom, so we can just give her the hand mirror.
You can't use...
I am most grateful to you. You may have the stone if that is your will.
Thank you, my lady.
Bye.
You take the smooth stone.
Farewell, my lady.
Farewell, good sir. Yet before we part, I wish to make mention of something I have sensed in your aura. Whatever wretched life you have thus far lived, I feel a great change encroaching upon you soon. For good or ill, I know not. Heed well my advice. Beware those who would offer help, particularly if such should bear a price.
I thank you, milady.
Okay, so now we're going to use the map to go back.
You pull out your
Manannan's.
magic map. You feel a strange pulling sensation.
Save here. We may have time to go try and do that spell we didn't have a chance to do before. So I'm going to go ahead, try to do it. I have time.
You unlock the oak cabinet using the brass key. Inside, you find the wizard. You take it with you.
I know. Come on. Close this.
The cabinet door locks as you shut it.
Open this.
You quickly pull the levers in the correct sequence. You look at Manannan's spell book.
So we're going to do the Brewing a Storm spell. So we start with the cup of seawater on the blue bowl.
You pour the cup of ocean water into the bowl.
Exit. And we're going to light this.
You light the charcoal brazier.
Put it on the
You
brazier.
place the bowl of ocean water on the charcoal brazier. You remove the bowl before it starts to boil.
And we use a spoon on
You
this.
add a spoonful of mud to the bowl.
And then we need to use the toadstool powder, which I think is this
Toad
one.
spittle.
No, that's
The cream
it's
colored.
this one. All right.
You add the toadstool powder to the bowl. You save the empty jar for reuse.
We're going to blow on
You
the bowl.
blow into the steaming bowl.
We're going to go back to the book, recite the spell.
With trepidation, you prepare to recite the Brewing a Storm incantation.
From nature, I now call on thee, the power of the land and sea. When brew is stirred, all should be warned, the might of the approaching storm.
Okay. Now we're going to use the wand on the bowl.
You wave the magic wand over the bowl.
And we're going to put that
You
in
carefully
there.
pour the storm brew into the empty jar. The charcoal brazier burns out. You can't use that item there.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, now let's go. Good, short on time. Come on, up the stairs. Hopefully that stupid cat isn't there. Nope, we're good.
You quickly pull the levers in the correct sequence.
Okay, we did key, we have one back.
You unlock the oak cabinet using the brass key.
Well, that's me. Locking the cabinet.
You carefully replace the magic wand exactly as you found it.
Close that. No! Oh my god. I accidentally hit the duster instead of closing the cabinets. guess Manana will wake up to a nice dust-free office. Come on, we don't have time for this. It's clean. We do not have time for this nonsense.
The cabinet door locks as you shut it.
No kidding. All right, now we gotta run up to our room, hide our stuff. I don't have time for any nonsense. Come on. Hide everything with the light blue border. Keep the porridge. We're good. Now we can just sleep till he wakes up. All right.
Manannan eyes you with a snaggle-toothed sneer.
I am ravenous. Fix me something immediately.
He can manage to walk down these stairs without a problem, but any other stairs, like...
Manannan is impatiently waiting for his food. His stomach rumbles as he drums his gnarled fingers on the table. You'd better feed him quickly, or dire consequences may result.
Alright, so gonna give him the bread this time. Actually talk to him again to get a little more info.
Master?
What is it? Speak quickly, boy.
If I may know, how long have I been here?
The better part of 18 years.
Will I be turning 18 soon?
Yes, quite soon. I have something very special planned for you that day.
Oh.
The story from your predecessor's journal gives you a good idea of the meaning behind Manannan's words. You barely manage to hold back a shiver.
No kidding. Okay. So we can head back to our room. And we'll sleep. I think this is a good place to end the episode. Next time, we will keep brewing our spells and try to get rid of Manannan so we can go back to our regular lives. If you're enjoying the videos, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. It's very much appreciated. Thanks, guys.